Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live with episode 3 of Haven't Seen It. I'm running 2 shows at the same time right now. One of them called Haven't Seen It, another show called Eric Johnston Live. This is the 3rd episode of Haven't Seen It, which runs on Tuesday nights here on Facebook Live. Today has been busy. Actually, I have been picking up steam and become more busy with voiceover stuff and auditioning for stuff that shoots down the road. Hopefully, if the world opens again. But I will not ever not do a Haven't Seen It live on a Tuesday night. First of all, Christopher says hi, Eric. Hello, Chris. Good to hear from you again. I hope you're getting ready to start your own podcast. Chris and I had a conversation the other day about him starting his own. And if I can do anything other than make people laugh, it's inspire people to be great. That sounds very Kevin Hardy. I just want people to be great, man. I just want people to be great. I do want people to be great. And I want people to be motivated. And I want people to do their best and embrace their talents and do what they do best. That is what it's all about. For me as a local entertainer, I like to try to lift up the people locally. I met Christopher when I spoke at Mohawk College. He's part of the radio program, and he's got a lot of dreams and a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? He's a motivated cat, and he's going to do great things. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I want to say, first of all, anyone who's watching, there's 13, 15, it's fluctuating. People are coming in and coming out. Listen, I get how these live streams are. Okay. I get it. I see them. I see people going live, and then you click on it. And if it's someone you like, you watch. And if it's someone you don't like, you just get through it as quick as you can. And you try to get out before they notice that you're there. That's okay. Everyone's going live. Everyone on Instagram right now. If I were to sign into Instagram right now, I'd probably see 7 or 8 people going live. I'm trying to do something a little bit differently here on Haven't Seen It on Eric Johnston Live. I'm trying to provide not only myself and my stories, but the stories of others, and bringing on comedic guests and all kinds of stuff. Paulina says, "Hey, girl, hey." Actually, that reminds me of my drink. Today I'm having a gin, water, and a splash of orange juice, because that's where we're at in the house with mix. Water, splash of orange. Kind of looks nuclear. I dropped a button. I was doing something professional earlier today where I was streaming and I had to have a button up. It just didn't feel natural. I'm letting the girls out. Chuck says, "Hey, Eric, looking forward to this." Chuck, you've been watching or seen you added me recently. I hope you enjoy the show. And also, so everyone who's watching right now, there's about 20 people. Now, there's always a huge jump when I first start these things. Everyone tunes in to see what the fuck I'm talking about. Please share this stream. If you can see me right now and if you can hear me, all it takes for you to do is just to click the button share. It's going to bring light to all of these, not only myself, but my comedic guests and all kinds of stuff. And you share it out to your people. You share it out to your friends. People can see it. Okay. Shelly Kellett, how are you? From Rob. Rob Kellett was a very good friend of my father's, which brings me to my first commercial break. I am actually selling. A lot of these guys have sponsors. People who have podcasts have sponsors. I have my own businesses, so all my commercials are related to myself. I am actually selling currently Bullwhip t-shirts. I need an income stream right now other than not getting paid to do podcasts. And so I'm selling Bullwhip shirts. If you've seen these shirts before, people wearing them around town and say, "What's that shirt?" The shirt is my father. My father was a professional wrestler in the WCW, and he toured all over the world. I just keep doing this. I feel like I'm on The Price is Right. These shirts usually sell for $20. I'm selling them for $15. I'll do porch drop-offs around Stony Creek, Hamilton, GTHA. $15. Send me a message. I'd love for you to wear a Bullwhip shirt. I got my dad's original merch from the 80s and early 90s reprinted, and I sell them at shows. And now, since I'm not doing shows, I'm selling them on my podcast. So I guess this is a podcast. This is a live stream. I don't know what it is. So please make sure that you get yourself a Bullwhip shirt. Send me a message. I will get you a shirt. I'll drop it off at your house. I mean, gas is they're giving away gas now, or they're they're selling it. I don't know. I don't know how it's working. They're in the negative. It's bad. We're in a bad spot for gas right now. So I'm willing to drive around Stony Creek, Hamilton, Burlington, Grimsby, all that kind of stuff. My friend Blake says, I am watching. Blake, good to see you, buddy. If you want to jump on, actually, I'm going to do this right now. I have a guest. I have a specific guest who I'm having on today, Jason Allen, but I always open up this stream to anyone who wants to join and be part of the stream. Now there's a couple. Chuck says that he's shared it. Thank you, Chuck. Jason, hey, buddy, how are you? Travis, my buddy from Red Deer, Alberta, he's since started his own. See, this is what I'm talking about. Top of the show, I'm inspiring people to be good. And Travis has since started his own live show where he interviews people from all over the world. And something's called You Two Idiots or something. I don't live Stony Creek. We live in Durham, Ontario. Okay, well, I got time. I got gas money. I'll bring you a shirt. Our first guest is actually in the lobby right now. I can actually see him. He's got a terrible angle on his phone, Jason. You're probably going to want to fix that. All I can see is your nose. I'm going to bring him in a sec, but I'm going to introduce not only the show, but I'm going to introduce our guest. So the show is called Haven't Seen It. Now, this has become a funny thing that I used to do at parties and do at in the lobbies of comedy shows and stuff. The reality is I haven't seen a lot of movies and TV shows. I haven't seen tons. I basically have been watching The Sopranos and Goodfellas and Dumb and Dumber and the Ace Venturas and the Austin Powers is my entire life on repeat. I haven't seen a lot of movies. And when I tell people, like I had one today, someone asked me if I've seen Rocky. And I was like, no, haven't seen it. Haven't seen any of them. And they were like, what? What do you mean you haven't seen Rocky? It's like the best. And I haven't seen it. And then people lose their fucking shit. And it makes a hilarious interaction. So throughout the show, I'm going to have our guest. First of all, I'm going to find out what he's seen and what he loves. But also, you guys feel free to comment your favorite movies, your favorite TV shows. There's a guaranteed I probably haven't seen it. Jason may have. I don't know what Jason likes. I've been friends with him for a long time, and I don't know what he's into. It's a weird thing. One time we were driving to Sudbury, and then he just put on like really aggressive punk music, which makes sense, but it was such a shocker. He just threw it out there, and it was just like, oh, and I was like, oh, okay. And he's like, oh, dude, I love this band. I have them tattooed on my arm. so I never. Jason Allen is always throwing me curveballs. We've got already another guest from Red Deer, Alberta, but I'm going to actually introduce our first official guest, and I'm going to bring on people who want to be part of the show. I'm going to introduce him with a little small clip of his from Absolute Comedy. I played it a couple weeks ago on my show, Saturday Night Stand Up. And he is one of my favorite working comics from the area and in Canada. Him and I have toured together for many years, and he's one of my very good friends, and you guys are going to love him. I'm going to stream a little bit of Jason Allen, and if you guys like what you see, just do a applause singing, and it's all virtual, you know what I mean. But this is Jason Allen, my very good friend.
Really happy to be here. I'm not really sure why I do this because I'm a pretty socially awkward guy in my everyday life. Like at least once a week, somebody's like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" I'm like, "You too." Just hate myself for the rest of the day. I once hired a cabin, and the cabbie dropped me off at home, and he went, "Have a good night, man." And then I went, "Can't wait to see you again." Just haven't hired a cab since because I can't trust myself. The worst was recently I was walking through downtown Hamilton and I'm smoking a cigarette and I'm about to run into this store and this older woman came up to me and she's like, "Hey, can I get a smoke off you?" And I went, "Look, just finish this one. I gotta run into the store anyways." And then she went, "Thanks. Wanna get together?" And then I went, "Tonight's not good." Why am I taking a rain check with this old sex worker? Yeah, I'd love to get together, but I told this cabbie I was going to see him again. So, another time.
That's Jason Allen. Cut that short. There's so much more to that clip of Jason Allen. You can find that on YouTube. I just wanted to give you guys a little taste of my friend Jason Allen. I'm going to bring him on the show. Please, bring a wig. Have a big welcome to my very good friend Jason Allen. Everybody. Yeah, Jason Allen. I'm going to bring him on the show. Please, bring a wig. I can hear myself from you right now. Have a big welcome to my very good friend, Jason Allen. Yeah, Jason Allen. I'm going to bring him on the show. Please, hey, yeah, you're on. This is it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Maybe turn down the computer. Right now. Have a big welcome to my very good friend. Oh,
can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. Yeah, everyone, he's on. Hey, yeah, Jason's on.
Is my voice coming through? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're on a delay on your computer.
Yeah, I can't hear you through my headphones.
Oh, so turn your headphones off.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, well then turn them off.
I don't know what the fuck you said. I'm gonna listen to you on my computer and talk to you through my phone.
Yeah, 30 seconds later.
Is my voice coming through?
He's getting to the part where he realizes I can hear him.
Yeah, I can't hear you through my headphones.
Oh, so turn your headphones off.
Yeah, nothing.
Okay, well then turn them off.
No headphones?
Yeah, you moron. It took you so long to get to that. Take your headphones off. Okay, you know what? I should really test. Jason Allen hates technology.
Wait.
I've known that about him.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you great.
You're not coming through my phone at all.
Okay, you know what? We're gonna pull an audible here. I'm gonna pull Jason off. I'm gonna bring Travis on. When Jason figures out what he's doing, we'll have him on the show. Travis, dude, I'm sorry that you had to sit through that.
Oh, that was awesome.
Hold on, you talk to the people. I gotta text Jason.
Dude, we've had so much of that in 2 1-hour episodes of our new podcast.
Can't hearing it? 31 people were watching. Yeah, Doug just wrote. Doug's a very good friend of mine. 31 people are dissatisfied. It's not me, Jason. I'm streaming beautifully. I can hear you perfectly. Hold on. I'm gonna kick him off and see if I'm gonna kick him from the studio. Watch this. He's gone. I'm gonna tell him to rejoin. My God. Okay. Well, you know what? This is a perfect question. We're gonna get the show rolling. My friend Blake wrote basketball or Orgasmo. Have you seen either of those, Travis?
Not a one. Nope.
Okay.
Don't even know the plot line.
Yeah, both of those are produced by the guys who produce South Park, Matt Stone and Trey Parker. My college roommate is obsessed, or was obsessed. We're still friends, but I just don't talk to them that much anymore. Was obsessed with Matt Stone and Trey Parker. So I've never seen those movies, but I've been in the room when they've been on many times. You know what I mean? When he was stoned and he'd be, so you got to watch this. And then he would just quote the movie to me all the time that I haven't seen, because every time I go into the living room, he'd have it on and I wouldn't watch it.
Meanwhile, the whole time you're just like, oh yeah, no, I see why you like this movie, man.
Yeah, no, he's like, yeah. Here's the thing. I know we've talked about this on on a couple other shows that I've done. I don't smoke weed at all, so I have no connection to stoner comedy. Like I don't see.
Yeah.
Like I see how something's funny, but I'm not like, this is the best movie I've ever seen, man. The guy, I know basketball is about it's like kickball and basketball. I don't know. It's silly.
Yeah, I've never really gotten into much of the stoner comedy. Along, like you said, it was produced by the same producers as South Park, right?
Yeah, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, or Matt Parker and Trey Stone, however they want to go by.
I'm the same, even that genre of cartoon TV shows, like South Park, Family Guy, I never got into those. And I kind of watched them as a kid because they were kind of haha funny when I was a kid, to be like, oh, did you see that Family Guy episode last night? But as an adult, I just grew out of it, and it was
you're a very serious military man. Jason Allen is back. I'm going to try to bring him back on, and if he blows
shoot me back
again, he's done. Hold on, you stay. I'm going to bring Jason. Jason?
Yeah.
Dude, what a gosh darn problem that was.
Who's watching this?
There's a bunch of people watching it, actually. We've already had a couple hundred come in and out, but we got 25 steady watching it.
I couldn't hear you.
I'm gonna hold on. What am I gonna do here? First of all, I introduce the other person in the room. This is Travis. He's from Red Deer, Alberta. He's a nerd Twitch streamer
Medicine
guy
hat,
that I
yeah.
met. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Medicine Hat. And him and I met, and he's been on.
You didn't even know where your guests are from.
No, he's a poppin'. I open up this show to poppin' people, and whoever wants to be on the show. And he's on the show now. So, and him and I are we've become good buddies over the last couple of weeks. And he's actually since started his own show, and it's doing really well. So, this is Jason Allen. Everyone, let's give Jason Allen an official welcome round of applause in the comments. You were watching. I was watching you watch me chirp you for not doing it right. And I would say it to you, and then watch you go. And then hear it, and then it would come back. I'm glad you figured it out.
Katie figured it out.
Katie did it for you. That's kind of how it works.
I don't know how to do anything.
There's some people here. Jody's giving you a big welcome. Chris is giving you a big welcome. Travis, he's in the room. He still wrote "Hey man," which is interesting.
I was saying that to the guy who said "Hey" to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were saying it to Jason. I'm like, you could just say it. He's here. Chuck's giving you a big round of applause and thanking you for watching. I will remind everyone who's watching this, please stream this show. Please share this stream, and we'll get more viewers and we'll share to all the people, great Canadian comedy and comedy content and all that kind of stuff. So, Jason, you know the premise of the show. Travis, I'm gonna pop you out of the lobby. I'll bring you back in. I just want to see more of Jason's face.
Let's do it.
Okay. Hold on. There it is. Hey, handsome. So
is this angle okay then?
Yeah,
I know you're
great.
My angle.
You know what? You look fantastic.
Yeah, you fucking.
It's a couple more weeks of this quarantine, and I'm gonna look like you. Yeah, great.
What?
You're nailing it so far.
You're cutting out.
Oh my God! Get out of the bunker.
You're good now.
You're making my streak look bad, but it's you. You're the problem.
I don't think so. My shirts are still gonna fit me after quarantine.
Oh God, I'm ballooning. I'm ballooning.
But you're blowing through that thing.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna pop out. Anyways, the idea of the show is called "Haven't Seen It." I don't know what you like. I really don't.
No, I don't really know what kind of. Yeah, all I know is you probably have only watched mobster movies.
That's correct.
That's my guess with you.
Yes.
Yeah, like The Sopranos, but that's not a movie; it's a show.
Yeah. It's an 86-hour movie.
But you'd watch like Goodfellas, Scarface, Godfather, stuff like that. You see
shit? Yeah, Bronx Tale.
It's good.
Donnie Brasco.
Good stuff. Donnie Brasco, yeah. Good stuff. But nothing else, I'm guessing.
Not really. Dumb and Dumber and the Ace Venturas and the Home Alones.
Wow.
And that's about it.
All the critically acclaimed stuff. That's great.
Jody says, why doesn't Jason have an autographed selfie behind him like I do? And I'm actually wondering the same thing. He just got a new house. He had plenty of walls to put up autographed selfies. Oh, by the way, everyone, these are not me practicing my autographs. This is
what did somebody famous sign a picture of you?
No, not someone famous. That actually is hilarious. I did a big show last May, and this was in the lobby. All my close personal friends and family and fans all signed it, wishing me well in my career. So I thought it'd be a nice backdrop to the wall, but everyone's making me feel shitty about it.
Right. Yeah. So, sorry, what was her name? Who asked?
That was Jody. Doug's Jody. You know Doug Grizel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jody,
Fun Doug.
The reason why I don't have one of those is I'm not a massive douche.
No, I'm not either. I'm not a massive person or a douche. What was the third thing you said?
I don't know.
Okay, we need to get into your favorite movies and TV.
Yeah,
I know you. Okay, I don't know what you like. What do you like? What's your favorite movie?
No Country for Old Men is the best movie of all time.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
I have seen that movie.
You have seen it?
I have. I like the coin flip thing.
amazing. That's such a cool scene.
And he's like, make a girl. And he's like,
Where
what is
he's just showing them how little he values human life. That
Yeah.
he would leave it to a coin toss. It's incredible. It's a feel good movie.
My best friend Matt says, I love Jason. My best friend and I have been best friends since I was 4 and he was 5. Anyone who shits on me, he loves. So you just made a new fan.
No, Matt and I get along. I met Matt, at those shows we did.
And also you met Matt at my birthday party. You guys had a nice time. Just I actually, you know what? It's fair. I wasn't wearing a shirt at the time. I was just sitting having a conversation with you and your wife, shirtless. And then it made a lot of sense that you were like, who the fuck is this guy? And Matt's like, he's an idiot. And it was the best. So No Country for Your Old Men is your favorite. Hold on. Travis said something. Full Metal Jacket or Jarhead. Have you seen those movies?
Those are great. Those are both great movies. I like Full Metal Jacket more, but they're both great war movies. Like, I don't know. They tackle the real dirt. It's not just this like patriotic America fuck yeah of a military movie. It's like the real shit.
Yeah, I wanna. I haven't seen Jarhead. I have seen Full Metal Jacket, and the only part I really remember is when they're beating the fuck out of that dude with the bars of soap.
Yeah,
and then the other part where the guy just shoots the guy in the bathroom.
Gomer Pyle.
Yeah.
And he goes fucking crazy.
Yeah. I feel like that could be also that movie is actually interchangeable between army people and comedians. Same personality types. Someone gets the shit beat out of them in a fucking hotel room. Someone kills somebody in a bathroom. You know.
Oh yeah. Is that comedian everybody picks on and eventually snaps?
Yeah, I think that's me. I need to take down all these pictures of myself. We're actually getting a ton of comments. I'm actually having a hard time keeping up. I got to adjust my contact lenses. I've also had 2 gin and sodas already. Thank you, first time caller, long time listener. That's funny. Awesome. Old Country for Old Men is a great. Oh. Fuck you.
Look, yeah, people fucking, they get it.
You're Jody's Doug, not Doug's Jody. That's funny. Travis, okay. Check out Run, Ronnie, Run, classic comedy. Haven't seen it.
I haven't seen that either.
Oh, I also created a button for this show last week, and I think it actually blew up the show, but I'm going to try it again. Hold on. Every time I haven't seen something, this is going to happen. I haven't seen stuff, so I made a little thing that goes bling. Did you see that? Because you didn't laugh as much as I thought you were going to.
My video cut out when you did the
Okay, it's me going.
Don't add an extra thing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do that anymore because last week the show shut down. RJ City was my guest, and it's just me like this. I'm like, and then he had to close the show. Gin and sodas.
I don't even know what we go on the road together a lot. I'm not even sure what kind of music you really listen to, other than like you like the hip. But everybody,
I always feel like when we're on tour together, we're heading north, like we're hitting the 400 north or 69 north.
Every signal. Yeah,
no, but I feel like we're heading north, so I just instinctually put on the hip because I'm heading up north. I'm heading to cottage country.
Right.
So I'm like, we're listening to the hip. We're driving to Sudbury. We're driving to North Bay or all the other fucking places we've been to. We're driving to Petawawa. We're driving to this.
I just mentioned it because, like, I know you said you're ripping on me for playing that aggressive punk music that one time, which was Minor Threat, by the way. Can we get some love in the comments?
It was. I think Doug Grizzell loves Minor Threat. Did you know Doug Grizzell actually used to be in a punk band? That guy has one of the most interesting lives I've ever heard.
There's a great punk scene out of Hamilton. So
there was a ton. So hold on. This is a question that came up before I go back into our music. Have you seen The Big Lebowski?
Yeah, The Big Lebowski. I've seen every Coen Brothers movie.
Okay.
Without The Big Lebowski's amazing.
I watched The Big Lebowski for the first time last week.
Holy shit, dude.
Because what I'm doing on this show is if enough people to tell me to watch a movie, unless it's a scary movie, fuck that. I will not watch any scary movies.
You don't watch any scary movies?
I've never seen a scary movie in my life. Not one.
What?
Not One. If say you and I are in a say we're in a hotel in Sudbury,
I'm in three Rob Zombie movies.
you are.
Dude, I'm in The Devil's Rejects, House of a Thousand Corpses, and Free from Hell.
Is it just because you look like the guy who the
I
crazy
just
guy?
look exactly like this.
I was
dude.
gonna say because you could actually be in those movies, and I would be like, I don't know, I haven't seen it.
I have no idea. No, if anybody listening, that's me.
Follow him at Jason A Comedy. That's
at
him.
Jason A Comedy, movie star.
I have just recently saw The Big Lebowski, and I give it like a 6 out of 10. First of all, I don't like stoner comedy. Second of all, I like swearing, but there was too much swearing in it.
That's real life.
No,
that's real life when people get mad.
Didn't care for it. Yeah. Although I'm gonna eventually, if I keep eating, I'm gonna turn.
Boys, though. You watched
Not really.
Boys?
Not really.
Oh no.
No. Couple seasons in and out.
You met the one dude Carrie from Fubar.
Yeah. Okay. They're getting somewhere. I right, but I felt like it was forced swearing, like fucking. Like there's a difference between like, oh, we're going to the bar and get a fucking beer, and like, I'm gonna fucking butt, the fucking butt, the fucking butt, the fucking butt. Those are two different fuckings.
All right.
I'm sorry I got so passionate about it.
That's okay.
Also, I like a little bit of a mystery or thriller, but I don't want to have to figure out what's going on the entire movie. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess. You're a fucking idiot. Like spoon-fed to you.
I don't necessarily want it spoon-fed to me, but it was like the whole movie up. And plus, I'm also, here's the issue. This is how I watch movies like this. On my phone, on Hinge.
I've been bad for that lately. I got to get back in the habit of just focusing on what I'm watching.
So I'll look up, like I was watching The Big Lebowski, and I was watching, and I'm like, wait, who? German artist, upside down painting person? Who is that? And it's like 1 second in the whole movie's. Then I become a detective. I'm working overtime for the rest of the movie trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
Yeah.
And then I got to rewind. But everyone who I talked to about The Big Lebowski who has lost their mind when I told them that I gave it a 6 out of 10, they're like, you need to watch that movie like 20 times, and it gets better every single time.
It is like the small, like details,
subtle things. Yeah. Really, like there's massive fans. I do all those Comic Cons and host all those Comic Cons, and there's so many guys dressed as the dude at those things.
Yeah. It's a huge cult classic for sure. Yeah. So
it's a pulp cult classic. I don't know what that
maybe
means.
Stay off your fucking phone.
I have a problem with that. I know. There was hold on. How are there no dick pics yet? I haven't pulled my cock out yet. Bob Cajun, yeah. So yeah, when we're driving up north, I always throw on the hip, but I listen to like everything. I listen to like jazz. I listen to like emo music. Like my iPod will go from like Taking Back Sunday to Frank Sinatra to like screamo death metal.
Yeah.
To like back to like this Home Alone soundtrack to Drake. And then I was actually.
You want to hear an unpopular opinion?
Go ahead.
I don't fucking understand Frank Sinatra and the love for him at all.
Okay, we've learned something about you.
It's such a boring style of music.
Fly me to the moon. So, let me play among the stars.
It's just this guy who was like.
He was a cockslinger with blue eyes from New Jersey.
No, that was it. Like, we get it. Like, you were handsome and you could kind of hold a tune. And now people are like, musical icon. And people will fucking, these guys who have no, like, fucking, they don't have a singing voice, but everybody can do that, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty good at it. Like, every time I'm drunk at Levity and we do karaoke, I sing Frank Sinatra. It's like the easiest.
It's easy. That's what I'm saying.
You make a point, but isn't there something to be said about like the allure of Vegas and the Rat Pack and wearing suits and drinking martinis and smoking cigars and trying to fuck Marilyn Manson? I mean Madonna. I mean Marilyn Monroe. I don't want to fuck Marilyn Manson. Oh, he took a rib out. He could do that himself. Someone said that they agree with you. Yeah, it was Travis. Yeah, I'm with Jason on the Frank. That's a very
Yeah, it's just whatever. And also, fucking, the whole Vegas, wheel martinis and beginning of classism, man. Like, what the fuck, dude?
so punk of you.
Music's for the poor, dude.
All right. So no tuxedos then. So you and I will
No.
not tour in tuxedos. I used to tour in a tuxedo.
It'd be hilarious if I did a tour with you in a tuxedo.
I actually used to tour in this tuxedo, and it was such a fucking pain in the ass. I loved it, and I loved dressing up. But I have to I get on a flight to Sault Ste. Marie or wherever I was going, and I would just have to hold up the tuxedo pretty much the entire time, and then I would have to I would get lucky the odd time when there'd be a seat empty. Then I got to wear it on stage, and then it would be so hot. I wore some
dude.
and as my style became more crazy, became more energetic. I was already pretty energetic, but I've definitely turned it up more over the years. It was just so hard to do in the tux. So then I switched to low button floral or bird shirts with short sleeves.
Right.
And I'm on top of the world.
Yeah, it's got to be a lot more comfortable.
It's way better.
Dude, no, a tux is, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I used to tour in this one and in a red one, and then I shot my special that's not coming out in a red one. So yeah, I'm no longer touring in tuxes. You in a tuxedo would be amazing, though.
It'd be hilarious.
You would probably look so good in a tux because it's so unexpected.
I don't know if just because it's unexpected means I'd look good.
Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. This it's got weird. There's one from haven't seen it to ooh, I'd like to see you in a tuxedo.
What would you look good in?
Short in my mic. God damn it. Okay, we're good. I smacked it out of position. Yeah, I would love to see you in a tuxedo. So another Mel Torme, The Velvet Fog. You're right. New movie. Okay, The Irishman. We talked about this on the show before. Have you seen The Irishman yet?
I liked it. Yeah, a lot of people gave it shit. I actually liked The Irishman.
Yeah, I found it was long. I've talked about the Irishman before on the show, so I won't repeat myself. The one part where Robert De Niro, as a 70-year-old man, tries to kick that shop owner, and he looks like shit doing it. You kind of lose the movie.
Yeah,
I liked it a lot. At the end, when he's picking out his own casket, gave me a ton of anxiety. I had to leave the room.
Right.
At the end, when Action Bronson is selling him a casket, not a tuxedo, maybe a tuxedo too, but a casket. It made me think oh my God, maybe I'll have to do that someday. And then I just had death anxiety, and then I had to leave the room. But other than that, it was great. I thought it
was a good movie.
Robert Simino from Sudbury says, I miss watching both of you perform. I'm going to start up the Sudbury comedy scene when this pandemic is over. I'd love to have you both back in town. Robert's great. He's a gem up there in Sudbury. I say, and I think for you too, especially,
Sudbury's awesome.
Sudbury has become kind of our second Ontario home for comedy, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I love Sudbury.
I do a ton of shows in Sudbury. I dated a girl from Sudbury for 2 years, so I'd have a free place to stay. So I kept going up there all the time. So I love Sudbury, and we've just created so many connections. There's a lot of funny people in Sudbury too.
Yeah, it's a great scene actually. So.
Question about
shows there over the summer. I don't know if that's going to happen now.
Yeah, you and I are supposed to go back there in September. I don't know if that's happening. Jason and I can announce it because it's probably going to get canceled anyways. Jason and I were planning a whole theater tour of Northern Ontario for early to mid-September of 2020. And I don't think that's going to happen. So we'll see. Ray says, well, if it isn't Hamilton's finest, we miss Kitchener too, right?
Yeah, Kitchener is a great scene. The only thing that drives me crazy about Kitchener is I wish somebody would open an independent comedy club there. Now, obviously, nothing's opening now, and maybe it's good that nobody opened before all this shit happened. But shows will sell out, will be packed on a Tuesday there.
Yeah, there's actually a girl watching up here. She was, I don't know if she's still watching, this Paulina girl. We met in Kitchener. She's a big comedy fan. She comes up to all the shows, and every show I do in Kitchener is always packed. Always packed.
That's the thing. I'd love to see a club pop up there, when people feel safe even running a business again.
Says we should go to Cobalt. Have I been to Cobalt, Ontario?
That sounds familiar. Cold
Have we
balls.
been there? Is that near Timmins? Russ, tell me if it's near Timmins. I think I've been there. Lisdale, Ontario. Have we been there?
Yeah, I've been there.
You've been there. Isn't that near London?
No.
Oh yeah, Chainsaw did close yesterday. Okay, this has turned into haven't seen it to what cities have we been in. So let's get back on topic. I gotta round this show out again. If you're watching, please share this stream. We've had a couple hundred people come in and out already, and I'd love for more people to come in and out. Please share it to your followers, anyone who's watching. We appreciate it so much. And also the idea of the show is haven't seen it. In the comments, please write your favorite movies. There's a good chance I haven't seen it, and there's a good chance Jason has seen it. Jason's seen a lot of shit. How many Adam Sandler movies have you seen? Any of his new stuff on Netflix? That's a great question, Travis.
I liked Uncut Gems.
I had anxiety the whole time, but I liked it.
It's good.
And that girl has a wonderful bottom. The white girl in it. Whew. Nice
yeah.
The one he's sexting with in the closet. Jeez. Okay, go on. But yeah, I've only been
not his best serious role, in my opinion.
Is Punch Drunk Love a serious role?
Was his best movie, I think.
Haven't seen it.
Really?
No.
Oh, dude, it's so good. Philip Seymour Hoffman too.
I stopped watching.
Really good.
I stopped watching Sandler after I think Big Daddy. Maybe after 50 First Dates, but 50 First Dates, I haven't even seen all of it.
Okay.
So that, and then I watched Uncut Gems. And have you seen that clip of Bert Kreischer bombing in front of Adam Sandler on that live stream that they did?
No.
Oh, it's fantastic. Anyone who's watching, just put in Bert Kreischer, Adam Sandler's stream. He's not bombing because he's not a talented comic. He's bombing because he's so excited to be on a live stream with Adam Sandler. He just starts rambling. He starts naming off all of his movies and they're all wrong. And he tries to like crack a joke. Oh, it's funny. And the best part about it is Big J. Okerson and all those guys, Skeptic Tank, or not Skeptic Tank guys, Legion of Skanks guys just rip on them. Oh, it's amazing. Step Brothers, I have seen. Have you seen Step Brothers? Jason, the classic.
Super funny.
Lenny Bruce, my neighbor. Anything with Steve Harvey, it says. Anything you seen anything with Steve Harvey? I can't think of anything with Steve Harvey other than
a movie that the only Family Feud I know him from.
Yeah. I only like watching the last 5 minutes of Family Feud. I don't care about the questions. I like Speed Round. Or whatever it's called. Fast Money. Speed Round is from actually. Just to go back to that for a sec. Cobalt is north of Sudbury. And yes, I have done a show there, I believe. Or near there. I did a show.
Yeah. No, I did a fundraiser there with Sean.
Yeah. Is that in Cobalt?
Fundraiser.
There's one in
the Legion.
There was one that's like an Italian restaurant that's north of Sudbury that I do quite a bit. And it's in a town north of Sudbury. It's in that valley that everyone makes fun of.
I did that one too.
Yeah, Tony's or something.
Mark Anthony Synagoga sent me up
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it right now. It was like it was a bunch of bikers. It was like
a I did one with a bunch of bikers. Yeah. I did that one the year before, and it was me and Efthymios.
Oh, shit. And Gilson Lubin.
Yeah.
That makes it. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah.
I hosted Caddyshack. Have you seen?
Yes.
I have seen. That's a classic. Okay. Yeah. I've seen a lot tonight. Usually I haven't seen any, and people lose their mind.
I feel like you like those old school ones. Like you watch Naked Gun?
No. That was a shocker last week. I haven't seen it. People were.
No, dude.
People were losing their shit. Naked Gun. I've seen clips of it and like the smacking her on the airplane and stuff. I've seen all that.
Dude, if you were with me right now and I found out you hadn't watched Naked Gun,
we'd have to put it on.
I'd put on my leather isotopes and I'd stab you to death along with my ex-wife.
Okay. Is OJ in that movie? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay. You lost me up the top there, and I'm like, wait, that sounds like OJ. I'm like, isn't he in that movie? And then you rounded it out. Thank you very much. That callback. Just to go back, I hate to keep talking about places we've been, but it's called Cousin Vinny's and it's in the Valley. I don't know what the town is called.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done that show.
Not with you, but yeah, I've done that one.
Blazing Saddles is another classic comedy I have seen.
Yeah.
That's where when it's so old that Mel Brooks and other Jews had the freedom to use the N-word. That's how old that movie is.
And they attack the Irish hard. Too.
Yeah. Here's the thing: Mel Brooks, as a short Jew, could just go after anyone, and it's fantastic.
Really go hard.
Robin Hood Men in Tights is also Mel Brooks,
Hilarious.
also great. Dave Chappelle is in that movie as a young page boy.
The dude who played Robin Hood. Have you seen this one? He's in The Princess Bride. Have you seen The Princess Bride?
That was another one that was a shocker because Andre the Giant's in that. Everyone's like, there's a wrestler in it, and it's a comedy. You haven't seen it. I'm like, I haven't seen it. That's gonna be my project for next week, Princess Bride, for next week's episode.
Hilarious, dude. That one's so funny. Billy
There's
Crystal.
Freddie Got Fingered. I haven't seen, but we've both met and worked with Tom, so that's nice. But we haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
So
you know what? I remember I rented it in grade 8 with my friend Michael Legacy. You're right. I have seen it. Good Morning Vietnam with Robin Williams. I have seen that. I'm on fire this week. You know what? I should change the name of the show to fucking Have Seen It. This week I'm killing it. Everyone's just someone throw a more obscure whatever. It's a mad world. Mad world. I haven't seen that. You?
Mad, no.
And no. Thank you. That's good. That helps me. Haven't seen that.
Listen here, Christopher Carroll. Don't fucking lie to me, bro. I'm sure the movie. I don't know.
I'm gonna pause again, everyone, to remind everyone to please share this stream. We've got Jason Allen on here. We're gonna have Travis from Medicine Hat, Alberta, coming back on the show very quickly. He's just mixing a drink. And this is Jason. This is what it's about. You and I were talking about this. The last show we did together was not a good last show to do together before the quarantine. I'll tell the quick story about that. Jason and I got hired to do a corporate gig at the Art Gallery of Hamilton. And I knew a lot of the people there, and we were appreciative of getting the booking. And any show was a great show. And Jason and I both believe that. Jason and Manolis Santinos was also on the show, and I know Manolis feels the same way. That if you're going to put on a show, we're going to show up and we're going to do our absolute best. That's a guarantee from us comedians to you, the audience, and you, the promoter, and you, the buyer of talent. But sometimes you just can't do your best because you're handicapped in so many ways. Now, Jason and I know this, that comedy is done in a low ceiling, dark room where everyone's sat and paying attention and being quiet and focusing on the comedian who is well lit and well heard. The show that Jason and I did together, which was on March 14th, I believe, or 13th.
I think it was the 13th.
The 2 days before the official quarantine shutdown was in the Art Gallery of Hamilton. The ceilings were probably 45 feet, so that's high. The lights were 100% on. Everyone was standing and drinking in circles and talking and not seated.
And just food on the table.
And food and people. The servers are going around with hors d'oeuvres. Would anyone like a crab roll? And what else? Oh, the sound was awful. Sound was coming through speakers in the corner like they would use to announce that the hors d'oeuvres are out. Right. And the stage wasn't lit.
Yeah. Even the high ceilings and the lighting, like that happens sometimes, but that stuff you can overcome. Mm-hmm. But when people are actively trying to talk over you.
Yeah, people were defiantly trying to talk over us.
I mean, like the majority of them. I don't mean a loud table. I mean,
I had the benefit of I knew a lot of people there, so they showed me respect and actually listened. But even I had to fucking yell, like go up on the like a gym teacher. Like I had to go up on the stage and be like, "Hey, like we're doing a show up here. We were paid to be here." Like I just was like, "You guys are gonna pay attention," and then they did, and I made it a funny situation because I'm not intimidating at all. But it ended up being okay. But Like, it wasn't like you and I did a week together in Ottawa, and that was the end of quarantine. It was like we did an art gallery show right before.
I was supposed to be in Ottawa, not this weekend, but next. Right now, I'm supposed to be in Kingston.
Oh, for a whole run. Yeah, I think
in
in 2 weeks I was supposed to be in Kingston for a week. The first week of May, I was supposed to be in Kingston all week. Yeah. So my point is, we didn't have the best ending, but we're still very much comedians, and we still very much will be comedians when this is over. But it's important that we do, and this is why I want to have people like my close friends like Jason Allen and stuff on the show. So you make sure that you follow Jason, Jason A Comedy. You're not done yet, Jason. I'm just doing a mid kind of promo. Make sure you follow him. He's one of the funniest working comics out there. One of my very good friends. We're going to get back into this, and I'm going to bring Travis back on because Travis actually bailed you out because you fucked up so bad earlier. He's like, I'll jump on and save the day. And then I brought him on. Then I'm like, hey, bye, Travis, but I'm going to bring him back on in a sec. He's a super funny dude and with a super interesting background. Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, old cowboy movie. Haven't seen it. You have? Clint Eastwood. I knew that, but I haven't seen it. Crazy great. Stupid Love?
No.
Haven't seen it. Hero at Large with John Ritter. Great actor, great person, great comedian. Haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen Hero at Large either.
Russell just says, yo. Okay, that doesn't help. We did comedy at a bowling alley for 6 years. We could hear the balls hit the pins, the jukebox people cheering when they get a strike. We did make it work. I think I've done that show. My mom brings up a very good story, actually. My mom watches from 2 floors down, so she likes to chime in every bit. But I once did it. My mom actually got me hooked up with this gig. It was a corporate gig, and it paid a stupid amount of money. But it was at Pearson Airport in an airplane hangar, and it was a car show. So I was performing in a circle of like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and whatever. Then they had the tables in the middle and then the stage. And then it was getting hot in the venue. So they opened the airplane hangar door, and outside of the door was fucking runway 1 of Toronto Pearson International Airport. Dude. So there was just, I was like, so I'm moving out of my mom's house or whatever. I'm like going into my material, and you would just hear like, and just fucking a plane taking off. And then, true story, a plane landed, and it was a private jet, and it pulled up to the door of where I was performing, and it was R.A. Dickey, the pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays. Shit. And his pilot said to him, hey, they're doing some car show benefit thing in there with like a bunch of Lamborghinis and Alfa Romeos and stuff. You should go check it out. And he's like, oh, you think we'll mind if I just show up? So he parked his private jet behind me and was like, I need to paint this. It's a hangar, it's tables, and then it's a stage, and there was a door behind me. Now there's no door behind me, so it's just the world and Toronto Pearson Airport, and then a fucking plane pulls up. It's R.A. Dickey. He's like, I heard there's a car show going on in here. So I did 20 minutes, and it was the worst shit I've ever done.
Yeah,
I think. But it paid a stupid amount of money. They paid me... They paid me a tank of gas in a Ferrari, put it that way. Wally, have you seen it?
No.
I have seen it, which is weird because I'm afraid of space. Space is one of my number one big anxiety bugaboos, and that movie takes place in space. I think I was watching with a girl I was trying to date at the time, so I was like, "Well, watch it. I love space."
I've never even heard of that one.
Wally's it's about a robot. Anger Management, Jack Nicholson, Adam Sandler, 2003. Christopher's being very specific, by the way, with the date and the lead actors. I haven't seen that movie.
No, I've heard of it. It didn't look good in the previews, and I just didn't bother. It just seemed like another Adam Sandler movie where, he gets angry.
He's angry and he shouldn't be. Yeah. I think it's in the title. This is a classic. We shouldn't even have to bring it up, but obviously we've both seen The Mask.
Yeah.
It's Jim Carrey shaped who I am as a person.
Diaz is like big break.
Oh, first bone.
First big role.
Jumanji, new and old. I've only seen old. I was on a chick.
I've seen old too. Yeah, I've been seeing the one with The Rock.
I was on a chick. I was on a date with a chick before quarantine, and she was 21. I didn't know that. and I got set up through a mutual friend, and we were at the trust me.
Anyway,
Huh?
how old are you?
29.
You're 29.
I'll be okay. I'm gonna pause for a second.
Year?
Yeah, I'll be 30 on July 11th. My birthday falls on a fucking Saturday this year, my 30th birthday. And you've been to my birthday party before. You know I like to go over and above, invite as many people as I can, and get kegs of beer. If I'm not able to have a 30th birthday on a Saturday this year because people are fucking having car meetups in McDonald's parking lots and quarantine and coronavirus goes on, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. So everyone stay in their house. Okay? Sorry.
No, that's fair.
So I was on a date with this girl a couple months ago, and we were at the Ship. We're having a couple drinks. She was 21. I didn't realize. And she started talking about Jumanji. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, Robin Williams is one of my favorite actors of all time. His comedy and comedy style shaped who I am as an entertainer. I just recently watched Come Inside My Mind. I watch it probably once every 2 weeks, a Robin Williams documentary. And she was like, what? And I was like, what?
Yeah, talking about the new.
And she was like, no, I'm talking about the new one with The Rock and Kevin Hart. So I was like, check, please. And then we made out in the parking lot, but I never talked to her again.
Right.
Selena.
I had a girl one time who thought that the Police covered a song by P. Diddy instead of the Real Way.
Yeah. I thought that the Police, Phil Collins, and what's the other one? I thought they were all the same guy.
Oh, that's funny.
Sting.
Police is Sting and Phil
Sting.
Collins.
Yeah, I thought they were all the same guy.
That's funny.
I've never seen Selena. You?
Yes, I have.
I've never seen it. I remember it used to play on Peachtree TV all the time in the 90s, Channel 47, but I've never seen it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to bring Travis back on for the home stretch of these. Travis from Medicine Hat, Alberta. Hey, dude. Sorry, we lost you there for a bit. I wanted to get a good chunk in with Jason, and plus you've been on the show before.
Saving the show.
Okay, bye.
I apologize. I had my wrong lights on.
I apologize.
Okay. Hey, welcome back, dude.
Thanks, man.
You guys look like brothers who don't get along.
It's true. I thought this was an intervention.
Yeah. Mom likes me more because I cut my hair and shaved part of my beard.
Yeah, exactly. You are. You're like you're the hip, Jason. You're the hippie brother. Travis, you're the more conservative one.
Yeah, I act like I've got my shit together, but every Sunday afternoon I'm over at Jason's house just smoking weed and doing nothing.
He gets back to Mom's and he's like, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with Jason.
I tried to talk some sense into him this afternoon, but it just didn't work.
Welcome back to the show, Jason. I'm going to bring you out for the home stretch here. Couple questions. First of all, Emma's back again. Emma, our favorite Emma Rose Beauchamp from Ottawa. She was been on the show before. Super funny girl. She said late to the party tonight because she was watching The Midnight Gospel on Netflix. But hello, Eric. I haven't seen The Midnight Gospel. I don't know what that is.
No.
You? Anyone? Travis? Nope. Okay. Event Horizon. Anyone?
Event Horizon. No.
I haven't seen it.
No.
Is that a horror movie? That sounds like a scary one. I'd watch it if it was a horror movie.
So I need to get to the. I'm gonna pull off script here. I'm gonna pull off comments for just a sec. I need to get to the bottom and on both Jason and Travis. I don't know if you're a fan, Travis, but what is the fucking appeal of a scary movie? Please.
Not a fan.
Okay, Travis, you're with me. Jason.
Not either one of you?
Nope.
Like death, man. Like,
just death, man.
You want to be alive. You want to see if you can like escape death.
You or the people.
Go on a roller coaster.
No, that's.
I just don't know. Like people,
there would be something very exhilarating about being able to escape death, or thinking that you could, or like fighting evil. You know what I mean? And like all of that is in horror movies.
I really want to get to the bottom. And someone actually messaged me recently and challenged me that I need to watch scary movies. I need to do it.
They don't hook me. Like, I'm just like, all right, everyone's going to die. Somebody's going to get shot, knifed,
Look, there's like, and I'm not
bath
gonna
curtain.
lie. There's a lot of bad ones. There's like
Okay.
series and series of bad ones, and sometimes I'll watch some of those, and it's funny. Like Evil Dead is funny. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
scary. They're funny. Early
I can
Friday the
see that.
13th, they're funny.
I watch war movies that are supposed to be serious war movies, and they're comedies to me. Where like other people are like, "Man, that's America. You got to stand up for America," and I'm like,
Yeah,
"No,
yeah,
that's
like,
hilarious. Those dudes
over
have
the
no
top.
idea what they're doing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over the top patriot bullshit, like where it's
Yeah.
like clearly, it's like a movie written by some ultra conservatives to just push the idea of war and
So
Yeah, I can get behind like scary movies that are like over the top. That like there's like that behind the scenes kind of. Okay, if you really think about what they're doing right now, it's kind of hilarious because it's so
Yeah.
far fetched.
right.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Those are great. I watched a lot of those.
Hold on, Emma brought up a thing. That's not a big difference. That's the exactly ages of myself and my fiance when they met. She was talking about when I was dating the 21-year-old and he was 29.
Oh no! Don't Emma,
Don't-
don't justify. Emma Rose, don't justify his bullshit.
Don't worry, that chick moved to Banff. I'll probably never see her again.
I could look her up for you if you want.
Yeah, don't. I'm scared. Borat, we've all seen Sacha
Yeah,
Baron
Borat.
Yeah.
Cohen stuff, obviously. But we're going back into horror stuff. Hostel,
Nope.
obviously, I haven't
Hostel's
seen it.
great.
Jason,
Yeah,
it's great.
Hostel's great. What,
Nope.
none
But-
of the Saws? You guys haven't seen any Saw? Or,
Oh,
like,
fuck no.
Purge?
Maybe a
Like, dude, we're in
Purge.
the Purge right now.
Purge. I've seen
You
bowl
seen?
or three. Is there three now?
That's
two or
like three, I think.
Yeah,
I think
I've seen all the purges, and I was down for that. I wouldn't classify that as like a horror movie. That would be like as like an Albertan gun-toting cowboy Albertan that used to be in the military. That's like seventh heaven for me.
Like
I'm like,
a
yeah,
documentary.
let's do it. Yeah,
Right.
drop those oil prices. Let's try this one time, just one time.
All right.
Super Bad. That's not a scary movie. Everyone's seen Super Bad.
Yeah.
I remember Super Bad was the first movie where I'm like, oh my god, these characters are talking like how we talk.
Like how actual.
Yeah, because that movie came out in 2008, I believe, or 2007, which would have made me 17 or 18. So I was like, these guys are talking how we talk. I remember we were at the Starlight Drive-In in Stony Creek here, and we were all there. And all my friends were stoned, and I don't smoke weed. That's a whole other episode. But they were dying laughing, and I was laughing equally as hard as them. And I was like, this is what comedy writing is. This is what it should be.
Jonah Hill is a mastermind of comedy writing in terms of in cinematic form. Like, he's a great comedian in his own right, but in cinematic form, Jonah Hill can write some real life shit that when it gets filmed somehow after all the production, it is the most hilarious real life shit that you've ever heard.
Now he didn't write a comedy recently, but he wrote that 90s movie that I watched a little bit of and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna come back to this, and I fucking just remembered now that I did, and that was 3 months ago. But DJ Roy says I love movie. I think he means movies about ghost stories. Is that a movie? Is there a ghost story? Oh, he's just saying like in general ghost stories.
That genre.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I don't really like the ghost stuff.
Dude, we went to the Hermitage.
Believe in them.
Um,
It's just so the ghost stuff I find.
Now, Jason, I'm going to set you up a bit because I know you have a story about how you don't believe in ghosts and your wife does.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Go ahead on that.
Joke of
Don't
mine?
do the bit, but I mean, just tell us where that comes from.
Yeah, I just we were, I don't know, we like stay in our apartment or whatever else at night, and we just be chilling, and then like we have two cats, and then the cats, they look at dust that floats around in the fucking air sometimes because they're cats. And Kitty would be like, "Oh no, look, they can see the ghost." I'm like, "No, these guys lick their balls in front of us. They're not looking at ghosts. Like, they're just dumb cats." And then she's like, "No, they can see the ghost. They can see the ghost." So like we're laying him dead, and I just start saying, I go, "Hey, ghost, go fuck your mothers. Go fuck your mothers, ghost. And Katie starts shushing me. She's like I'm insulting her friends.
Yeah.
Like, no, these ghosts are tough. They're gonna get you if you tell them to fuck their mothers.
Uh,
It's like what sparked the idea of the joke.
What did she say? What did she say? He doesn't mean it.
He doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it, guys. And it's like, and that's when I changed it too, and then that's how it. Yeah. But that's
Oh fuck, that is it's a great bit of yours, but I know it comes from a true story because that's 100% believable, right? So
yeah,
I'm kind of a spiritual guy. I don't believe in ghosts. I mean, I believed in it. I believe in it when someone's been like, this place is haunted, and I'm like, fuck that, we're not going there. Like if I'm in on my last tour, I stayed at this hotel called the Algonquin Lodge or the Algonquin Castle or the Algonquin Resort or whatever. It's in St. Andrews by the Sea, New Brunswick, and I was in Miramichi, New Brunswick the night before, and I was performing at this pub, and they're like, "Oh, you're gonna love this pub. It's actually rated a top 10 most haunted places in Canada." And I was like, what? And they're like, no, the place is 100% haunted. We have videos of people turning on lights, and we have videos of glasses getting thrown off the shelf. We have a video, like our security footage of like stools getting knocked over in the middle of the night. And so I did the show, and I felt like after I was back in my Airbnb in Miramichi, and I felt like I had to be like, hey, don't come with me. I need to go back like to the ghosts who live in this fucking place. And so, don't come back with me to my Airbnb. And then before I left, Jason, do you have to pee or something? You look concerned.
No, I'm going out for a smoke.
Oh, okay.
Know me. Come on.
That's professional of you. So so I'm leaving that pub, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get the fuck out of here. And the owner of the pub was like, so where are you going tomorrow? And I'm like, I'm doing the Algonquin Resort in St. Andrews by the Sea. He's like, dude, that's the most haunted place in Canada. And I was like, no, it's not. I was like,
how do they track
that? I guess they rated on, amount of fucking viewings or amount of interactions or whatever.
Fucking spooky meter or something.
So I'm a big baby in all of this stuff. I don't watch anything scary. I don't like anything scary, obviously. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, dude, Google it. And I was like, okay. And like a fucking idiot, I'm in my Airbnb in Miramichi. I have to drive 3.5 hours the next day to this hotel. And I Google it. And I hear these stories about how there was this bride who her husband, this is like in 1870 or 1780, 18 or whatever, when they first opened the hotel, that there was this bride who was marrying this seaman. And the seaman was out in the Atlantic Ocean, and he got caught in a storm and couldn't make it back time for the wedding. And so the bride thought that, and he couldn't call her, didn't have a cell phone. It's 1870. So he just didn't come back for the wedding. So the bride thought that she was being left at the altar. So she went to her room and fucking killed herself in the room, which is a true story. And these people are like, oh no, so she lives here. We've had guests kind of see her through the hallways, and we've had guests, and we actually don't allow anyone to stay in that room, but sometimes we go in to clean it, and there'll be puddles on the ground, and we say that's her tears. Like, these people are just saying this to me so fucking casually, and I'm like, that's not like this is at the hotel once I got there to confirm these stories, and they're like, no, yeah, it's this we do haunted walks every night. And this is just, part of our culture here. And we won't put you, the guy's like, I'm like, can you not put me anywhere near that room? And he's and there was a young kid working the front desk. He's like, tell you what, I'll put you directly below it. So if she cries through the floor, the tears will drip onto your forehead when you're sleeping. And I was like, that's not fucking funny. I was literally so mad. And I go down and I do the show, and it's Tim Nutt and I. And we do the show, and we both do so good. It was my second last show of the tour. I did like 20 and did so well. And then Tim went up and did like 45 and fucking crushed. And ironic. Yeah. So I go back to my room, and I'm literally like a kid, like sleeping, like don't want anything to touch me. I'm under the covers, kind of, but not. I got one leg out, but not enough for the fucking ghost to grab my toes. And I literally passed out. It was the best night's sleep I had on the entire tour. I slept like 7 hours clean. Exactly. Woke up at 7 a.m. the next day, drove to Montreal, did the show in Montreal, and it was fantastic. So I hate fucking scary shit. Like I was saying before, this Hermitage thing that Russ is bringing up now. When we were teenagers, we used to like jokingly go to this Hermitage site in here. I guess it's near Hamilton or Ancaster or whatever. And again, my friends were all stoned, and this is something that they want to do. I would literally, I couldn't even walk. I was so scared. And like I couldn't fucking walk into the place, and they would stand around, and then they all knew I was afraid, so they would try to fuck with me. And I'd never been so mad in my life where I was literally yelling, "Stop fucking with me! Stop fuck!" I was so fucking mad. So I don't like anything scary.
I got a few things to bring up. First of all, Jason, is your wife a fan of Paranormal Activities then? Like all those movies?
She doesn't watch anything like, she'll watch like BuzzFeed Unsolved and like the BuzzFeed ghost stories. Because like she believes it, but those guys keep it kind of light too. She kind of scares easy, so no, nothing too intense.
Has anybody watched Dave Attell in any podcast form?
Like, because
Yeah, like I heard him on Bert Kreischer's podcast.
Yeah.
Jason right now is like literally reminding me of Dave Attell on any podcast he's been on. Like, so we're gonna keep doing this. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna go have a smoke.
Don't worry. I used to
smoke more than Dave Attell.
Jason smokes the most. I'm actually surprised he made it to the hour point without having to say
that's awesome.
I'm kind of proud of myself.
Yeah, we drive all over, mostly Ontario, but Canada together. And I used to let him smoke in my car. But now I'm off nicotine. I've been over almost 3.5 months nicotine free. So I think you're smoking in my car days are over, pal.
I got the vape, but that's it.
Yeah, no, I might say nicotine. I wasn't smoking cigarettes. I was vaping for 3.5 years.
Yeah. He's on the vape too. He got off.
So heavily though.
I got a roundabout circle. It's going to get back to a movie, but first of all, I did not know we are the same age.
Who, you and I?
Yeah, I just turned 30 in April.
Oh shit, an Aries bitch.
Yeah.
I dated an Aries for 3 years. I know all about it.
A little bit more of a killer than her, but probably that's okay. No, but that's kind of cool because like I was thinking about it. I'm like, holy shit, this dude's 30. I thought he was like, approaching 40 and just hated women
and hairline
and just looked fucking amazing his whole life.
Laugh. You shut your fucking mouth right now.
And
I'm sorry.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, we're going to turn 50 and like, I am just going to look like a worn out fucking rag. And I'll be like, oh man, look at Eric. God damn.
I'm going to look the same. If I keep doing face masks every second or third night, I'm going to be 100%. Perfect.
I'm getting burned out with these lights right now.
I have a little bit of a natural highlight through my cheek line.
So I'm gonna kick it old school with a movie just that I had kind of been thinking about over the course of the show. Are you a De Niro fan? I feel like you're a De Niro fan.
Who, me?
Yeah. Oh yeah, little bit of a De Niro fan, right? So I'm going old school. King of Comedy.
See, this came up last week, and I felt so bad.
I missed last week's show, and I feel like a douche now.
RJ City was on the show. It's okay, and he loves that movie, and he always references it to me. Now, I know enough about the movie that I can be like, yeah, but I've actually never seen that movie top to tail, and it's my favorite actor in my favorite genre of, and he also plays a stand-up comic, a compulsive, crazy stand-up comic. I haven't seen it.
I just think it's funny that he starts his own imaginary talk show in his mom's basement, and you were literally in your mom's second floor.
I'm in the third floor. I'm in the attic. Actually, this is a great one to bring up. Peter Pan, really about the angel of death taking children to the afterlife. That came up recently, and I refuse to watch anything Peter Pan or Hook related now. I watched Hook as a kid, and I don't even really remember it. I only remember a couple scenes with like the he's stealing second part, and like a couple of the kids they're eating the goop and stuff. I don't really remember. I watched it a lot at like 6 or 7 years old. But someone said I saw a BuzzFeed article, and it was like the kids are actually in purgatory, and that's why none of them get any older. That's why Peter doesn't get any older. He's actually their guide to the afterlife, and I'm like, fuck that. I refuse to watch that shit.
Ugh.
We're gonna wrap up very shortly here soon. We do about an hour to an hour and 15. We're at an hour and 10. Jason is having a second butt, I'm guessing. Anyone who's watching the show.
How old am I, Travis? How old do you think I am? You think I'm older or younger than Eric?
I think you are 31.
I appreciate it. I'm 34. I'll be 35 in October.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Comedy ages you, man.
Yeah.
As we reach the home stretch of the show here, if there's anyone watching the show, first of all, thank you for everyone who watched. We've had a couple hundred people come in and out and watch and share the show and stream and share the stream and all that kind of stuff. It means the world to Travis and Jason and I. And we're going to hit the home stretch here. If there's anyone who if we feel like we've missed anything, your favorite movies on Haven't Seen It, we're going to wrap it up very shortly here. Taxi Driver, I haven't seen. I have a poster for I have a poster for Taxi Driver in my room. One
Poster for a movie that you haven't seen.
Okay, it was a gift from one of my students because he knows that I'm a massive Robert De Niro fan. Obviously not a big enough fan that I haven't seen Taxi Driver or King of Comedy. I'm kind of a fraud. But he got it to me. It was actually a really nice gift, and it's framed beautifully. It's like an original print poster from the Scorsese exhibit at the TIFF, the Toronto International Film Festival, Bell Lightbox Theater. They had a Scorsese exhibit there. He actually got me a framed poster from there. It's one of my most prized possessions, and I haven't seen the movie. Anything where people go crazy kind of bothers me, and I avoid it.
Such a good movie. Scorsese makes an appearance in the movie where he just like drops the N-bomb like 40 times in this guy's taxi, and you're so uncomfortable fucking watching it.
I love watching Scorsese movies, and both his mom and dad are in them. When Scorsese's parents appear in the movies, they're so good. Scorsese's mom is Tommy's mom in Goodfellas when she walks in with all the food, and she's like, "Look who's here!" And she's like, "I can't sleep now. You're here now." And then she makes the whole dinner. That is Martin Scorsese's mom. Russ says, "Great job, dudes." Yeah, it was fun. It was a great episode. Police Academy, haven't seen it. Ryan Sim, congrats on the new kid. Actually, Ryan Sim was doing a show with me the night that his baby mama's water broke, and they have the kid now. Isn't that cool? I was getting him drunk. I was getting him drunk on Ryan Cokes. And he's I don't know, everyone check out Ryan Sim's comedy. He's like, I don't know how tall Ryan is, 5'5", and when he's wearing high heels. He's wearing high heels, he's 5'5". So he's like a little kind of a jolly little fella, but hilarious comic. And I was just feeding him Ryan Cokes, just like, bro, thanks for doing the show. He hosted for me because Jason Allen wasn't fucking available. So I had Ryan on the show who did great and hosted a great show. And I just kept feeding him fucking Ryan Cokes. And then he's standing outside of the venue, just kind of half in the pail. And we're shooting the shit. I'm still vaping at the time. I'm just blowing vape smoke directly into his face. And because he's so much shorter than me, I'm trying to blow down. It's just going right into his face. And he's got his phone, and he's like, "Oh fuck!" And I'm like, he's like, "Oh, her water just broke." And I was like, "What?" And he's like, "Her water broke. I gotta go." And then two people from the audience were like, "Let's go." And they drove him straight to the hospital.
Dude, that's amazing.
And he the kid was born, and now they have that was in November. So November, December, January, February, March, April. He's got like a 6-month-old kid, all off comedy and Ryan Cokes. Emma says, "Great show. Happy to see Travis again." And Jason Allen, make sure you follow him at Jason A Comedy. Netflix kind of rewind.
We were talking about Ocean. We were talking about Ocean movies.
Okay, I don't know what we're talking about. John Wick is really just training simulation for Neo in the Matrix. I haven't seen John Wick or the Matrix. I have seen the Matrix. I just saw Ocean's 8 for the first time. It's pleasantly surprised. Okay, cool. I'm going to say I was about 50-50 tonight. I didn't see a lot of shit, but I had seen a lot of shit. I was all right. Yeah. Jason, you did better than I did. I got an idea of who you are as a person. Travis, you're back. We're happy to have you back in Medicine Hat. Make sure, Travis, plug your show, please. Your new show.
Thanks, man. 2 minutes with a couple of idiots. It's me and my dad, and we're just a couple of idiots. And you can come on the show live. It's a call-in show, kind of like Eric's got sometimes. He's got people coming in randomly from all over the country. It's the same thing we're doing, and you get 2 minutes to hang out with a couple of idiots. You can sing a song, do a dance, tell a joke, whatever you want. It's a heck of a lot of fun. We've had some really interesting guests on and talked about some cool things. We've been talking about hunting and fishing lately, some comedy, some singer-songwriters have been on. It's been a lot of fun. So
Sweet, dude.
thanks.
Well, I'm glad that I inspired you to start your own show. That's probably better than
Yeah,
mine.
man. Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that.
No, dude, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for coming in and saving the show when Jason was dropping the ball. Or I'm going to kick you out. Everyone
Thanks for
follow
having me.
Travis online and follow his new podcast show. Bye. Jason, you're all your information at Jason A Comedy. Anything else?
And then In Search of Zen podcast is my podcast.
That's
with,
right.
Hilarious comic AJ Bate. It's up on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. At In Search of Zen on Instagram.
Dude, this was a great episode. I laughed a lot.
Man.
I learned a lot about you, and I'm glad that you're on. Everyone follow Jason Allen, my very good friend, my very good touring partner. And when this comedy starts up again, when we can do crowds again, Jason and I are gonna do a tour of Northern Ontario and possibly Quebec together. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, Jason, I'm kicking you out. I'm gonna close out the show.
Buddy.
I love you, dude.
Thanks,
See ya.
buddy, too, man. Have a good one.
Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Jason Allen, and he was our special guest, our special featured guest. We also had Travis J. Wally on the show. Tonight was super fun. This show was transformed into Haven't Seen It, plus road stories, plus background stories, plus ghost stories. The thing about these shows is you never know what we're going to talk about. It was super fun. Tonight, this was Haven't Seen It. Now, Thursday, I am back with another episode of Eric Johnston Live. I don't know what I'm going to do this week. I had 2 suggestions from fans or people who watch the show. They suggested one of 2 things. Thursday's episode is either going to be travel stories, your craziest, funniest, most interesting, most exotic, your most whatever travel stories. That's option 1. Option 2 for Thursday's episode is Never Have I Ever. We're going to have a couple guests on the show, and we're actually just going to play a game of Never Have I Ever. Those games always get super sexual, so my mom's not going to be allowed to watch. But we're going to play Never Have I Ever. I'm going to bring up a Never Have I Ever list on the internet, and we're going to play, and everyone who's watching can play. Everyone who's watching can suggest a Never Have I Ever. They can come on to the show and have a Never Have I Ever. And if you people are watching and you have done the thing of Never Have I Ever, you have to have a drink, and we'll all have drinks with us on the show, and you'll have to drink. So those are our 2 options. I'm going to put it up on Facebook or Instagram as a vote. It's either going to be travel stories or a Never Have I Ever show. That's going to be Thursday night's episode on Eric Johnston Live. This was super fun tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here on the show tonight with me, Jason Allen, and Travis J. Wally. Check out their social media information. My name is Eric Johnston. Thank you guys so much for being here with us, where we could laugh, we could tell stories, we could have fun. We're just not allowed to leave our fucking houses. I'll see you again next week. Bye.